Hi guys. We are in Austin, in Texas.
Texas.
It's very hot here, but they have very good air conditioning.
They also have very good Franklins.
Yes, Franklin's is delicious.
Yes.
Brad Pitt's unknown daughter wasn't there this time.
Yeah, I
though.
don't know what happened to her. Maybe she met her unknown brother.
Maybe she's in a loony asylum. Oh my gosh, it was delicious yesterday. But yes, I'm wearing a jumper even though I just said it was hot because the AC is too cold for me.
What are you doing?
Trying to open my little bottle opener
The niffies.
to get my wine open. It's
Anyway,
dangerous.
Angry still at TSA.
Oh, yes.
Again. So there's one bag. We had to buy a bigger bag to fit the 5-foot octa in and the wires. And the wires I have to bend to fit them in. I've got to put them in groups of 2, otherwise it reshapes the bag. And so far, twice, they've opened it up and gone through it. And they've put everything back where it was and shut it properly.
The first time you actually complimented, you were like, oh, I can't believe how they repacked everything really nicely.
Well, this one, he couldn't be bothered repacking it properly, and because of that, he couldn't get the wires back in position. So he just didn't do the zips up and left them hanging out. We know what's going to happen to that. So now we're one wire short for the octa, so now it's not an octa anymore.
It's a 7 to...
A what?
7. It was an octa because it's 8?
Yes.
7, what's 7?
I don't think there's such a thing as a 7. What's a 5?
A pentagon.
Right.
I don't know what a 7 is. A star. No, wait, stars have... How many points do stars have?
5, isn't it?
Maybe, yeah.
2 triangles.
Isn't that 6?
Oh, 6, sorry. I don't know. What? Have you got it yet?
Here we go. I just remembered they've got a proper bottle opener I could have used.
They do.
Oh no.
You got to cork it.
Come on. Oh, nearly. I nearly snapped it, but I
Nearly
didn't.
snapped it.
But yeah, so that sucks. So I found a camera shop here, and
They don't answer.
they don't
the
answer
phone.
their phone, so that's handy. I'll try. Because I want to go all the way there and then they find out they don't have it.
No, they don't want to either. Anyway.
I'll try calling them again. I don't get why people don't answer their phones when you're trying to run a business and someone's trying to call to give money to your business.
Yeah, I just find more and more people running businesses, like even at Franklin's, have been going so long, why do they still only have one person serving?
Yeah.
And what was it? There was one lady who just stood there doing nothing.
There was 2 people standing there. Oh, yeah, at least...
No, the other guy did the salads.
Sides.
Sides.
Yeah. And there was this lady standing there doing nothing, and they're so busy. They've got lines out the door. I don't get people.
What with them? We're in the queue for an hour and a half, was it?
Yeah, I think so, about 2 hours-ish.
So an hour and a half we got into queue at 11:30 on a Tuesday.
It was really good. It was worth the wait.
Yeah, it was really nice. And because last time we got in the queue and we missed out on ribs, they'd sold out.
Yeah, they only had brisket last time.
Brisket and sausage. They didn't even have pulled pork, did they?
Yeah, I think it just had brisket and
Brisket
sausage.
left.
But this time we got to try everything. We got
Yes, it was very nice.
ribs
You
were
even
really
got
good. The pulled pork, the brisket,
your turkey.
The turkey was delicious. Yes, I enjoyed Franklin's round 2.
Franklin's round 2. And we finished Eatington. And food poisoning. Thank you, Eatington. There's two of us who got it this time.
Yeah, I felt really bad.
As soon as the other guy got it, I thought, oh no, I had shrimp too.
I was getting nervous. I didn't know who had it and who hadn't, but I was really scared that just one by one, all the workshop participants was not going to go down. But thankfully, most of them didn't have. I think it might have only been you two that had
The shrimp. I think so, yeah.
And you both got sick. So that was unfortunate.
No, it made my life fun.
No, it didn't. I don't like it when you get sick.
I don't like it either.
Well, then how does it make your life fun?
Well, just getting to the toilet on time. I think I've actually ran a couple of marathons.
Oh my God, keeping you fit.
Keeping me fit. But we had a really good group in Eatonton.
We did. I really enjoyed that. The 5 days, it's my fave because we all bond and we all get to know each other and it's like a little family. So yes, that was really good. I enjoyed it. It's a good workshop.
I like there's certain people there that I saw massive change from the start to the finish. Like
Yeah.
a massive change.
I feel like that always happens with the 5 day because you see them like evolve over the week. It's nice.
Well, I did really like we do like an editorial shoot on the on the last morning, sorry. And we went into a beautiful Georgian style house and we had the floor for us to shoot with a couple of models. And we pre-styled them so there was 2 completely different looks. I said to them all, right, you need to shoot this editorial style.
You come up with a story.
Yeah, and just remember it's pretty much mainly you only get one picture goes in. It's a bit crappy editorial with one picture, but there was, I want the cover shot. So your cover shot's going to need to try and tell a story. And we put one girl in like double denim with it knotted up at the front, so a bit trampy, and the other model was in a black heat.
Trampy.
No, well, sorry, trampy, like shredded jeans a bit, and well, what would you call it?
I don't know.
Upper class?
No, I wouldn't say trampy.
What else would you call it?
I don't know. Anyway.
No, I want to know what you would call it then. Yes, you're lost now.
I wouldn't say trampy.
Well, what would you say?
I don't know.
Well, what do I say then?
It's a bit more like grungy-ish. I don't know. It just doesn't matter.
Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted, the other model we had in a black silk dress, sort of 3/4 long.
A bit more elegant.
Elegant. And we just let everybody go. And I sort of gave them, I said to them, you need to tell the editorial, it can't be just a pretty picture. But then most of them had the girl with the double denim just leaning against the wall looking cute. And I thought, it's just got to look like a portraiture type picture, not telling any story. It's very, very interesting. When we got to the end, I showed them what I would do. And the first place I was going to go, there was a white door that really annoyed me. And then someone said, but you're not showing off this amazing house. I said, all right, well, I scouted another pot and put her in there, hugging into her knees with her head looking down like she was sulking, because the story was the parents wouldn't let her go out wearing the clothes she had on because it was trampy. I'm not allowed to call it trampy because it wasn't trampy. I don't know. It was trampy.
No, I didn't hear any of this.
You
doing this because I was enjoying this.
Oh, that's right.
The serenity, sitting on the front porch in a rocking chair.
Bec was out sitting on the front porch in a rocking chair the whole time, and we were videoing her from the inside.
Just rocking away like
rocking
a little
away. There was somebody else
lady.
in the other chair. It looked like they were a married old couple. We were rocking unisonly. Anyway, I did the shot and I swung around, just showed my one frame to them. They all got it. Then we went to the next place and I said, right, it's an editorial, which we had the gardens in the next place. And the models were wearing the same clothes. So I said, well, you've got to come up with an editorial. It was amazing. One of the people who were doing it got the girl to go up. There's statues in the yard, which are human size, just in between the plants. And very cleverly went up and said, it's a statue of your dead grandmother or something. And she's gone up and just held the arm like she was really alive, like the way that she leant into the statue but held the wrist like you would a real person. And it was a freaking awesome shot. I told him I want send me one to keep that shot. It was really cool. It was very,
cool.
but it was the type of thing at the start of the week. I don't think he'd ever do that shot. But by the end of the week, you could see the power of storytelling.
It evolved.
It evolved. Yes.
It's nice. I
It's
again
nice.
didn't know about this because I took a nap.
Oh, that's right. During this time, Bec was sound asleep, laying out on a garden couch,
I didn't mean to fall.
snoring her head off,
I didn't mean
catching
to fall
flies.
asleep. I was on my phone doing socials and stuff, and then my eyes got heavy, and so I just closed them. But I wasn't actually asleep, but then I must have dozed off.
Must have. And then when she woke up, I wasn't just closing I was just resting my eyes. I wasn't asleep. We were all talking about you and you never said anything.
I couldn't hear you.
Any more ways.
Even if I was, I wouldn't have heard where you were because you were all the way on the other side from where I was.
We were pretty close.
Oh.
There was quite a few of us laughing.
Oh well. I was tired. 5 days.
Well, I told you I was worried. I sort of over near the pool area and it looked like, from where I was, it looked like, oh shit, her friggin' dress is up over her head. Well, just because I saw just one whole side of your leg, but your dress has the V on it.
Oh, right.
But from where I was, it looked like basically you didn't have a dress on. So I came running over to warn you and then realised, no, you had your V dress on, so you were safe.
That dress has, or that skirt, it's not a dress. It has
Skirt, sorry.
has built-in little shorts underneath it.
Yeah, well, I couldn't...
Protect me.
I was protecting you from the storm.
Thank you. Oh, I hope the storm is kind of scary, actually. It's sort of happening down in Florida. I hope everyone is okay.
Yeah, well, it's not going to hit for another 5 or 6... Oh, no. Yeah, about 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, but by the time this is out, we'll have hit.
It would have been rebuilt by the time this is out.
What?
Florida will be completely rebuilt by the time we get this out.
So scary. And
It's called Mother Nature.
Yeah, I know, it's just really sad.
It is a bit...
And scary.
Anyways,
Anyways.
what have you brought to the party this week?
I got very angry. Yes, I get really frustrated because with the amount that we travel, why can't airports just be consistent? Like, trying to go through security, like, I never know. It's like, is this going to be a laptop in the bag or a laptop out of the bag? And then I haven't had any issues with having a wheelie bag and my laptop bag and then my small YSL. But then yesterday I get told off for having too many items.
You used to hide it under your Burberry.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I remember you actually put it on and
No,
put your
I've
Burberry over the top.
never put my Burberry over the top of it.
I'm pretty certain you did once.
I did
but
that
you couldn't
only-
get it in your bag.
Nope, I only did put my Burberry over a bag when we were in France recently.
France.
But it's just irritating. It's like, it's a tiny little bag. You can't classify a tiny
Yeah,
little
but-
bag.
It's still a bag.
So what? It sits
What?
like on my, it's like this big.
It's a bag. So somebody can get on with 40 of them. Where are you going to draw the line?
Well, you stick up for them. Go be little butt buddies with TSA who lose your polls.
That wasn't TSA.
Same thing, whatever.
No, it's not. It was the hostess.
They're all the
American.
same.
All the same.
Stick up for them telling me off. Anyone else has told me off.
Well, yeah, I love it. Laptops in, laptops out. It's the first time I've ever had to pull all my cameras out of the bags.
Oh, that was so annoying.
This is to get scanned. They couldn't stay in the bags, all the cameras, and they're sitting in a plastic tray and the guy just goes bang. I said, this stuff is worth a lot of money. Look, it come out of the padded bag. He couldn't give a shit.
I just want some consistency.
And then you got filled up.
Hardly. Oh no, that was because I had my top tied up in a little knot.
Yeah, she was full on filling you over.
Yeah, she was. She just fondled my little knot.
And said you were cute. You exchanged it. Wouldn't you say what you were wearing was cute or something? Well, that's what you told me.
Oh yeah, because she said it was because of the little knot. And I was like, I was trying to be fashionable. She's like, it does look really cute. I'm like, thanks.
Yeah, did you exchange numbers?
No.
Oh. Do you have her Tinder?
No. What? You don't have someone's Tinder.
Well, how would I know this? Oh, so how do you know this? Have you Tindered?
No.
Then how would you know this?
Because that's all I know.
Oh,
No, because no one
Whoops.
says that.
foot in mouth.
I've never been on Tinder. I've been in a relationship in my whole 20s.
Your whole 20s.
And the entire time that Tinder has been out, I've been in a relationship. I've never Tindered.
You never Tindered? No. You sure now?
Yes.
Then how do you know that you... I thought you could have a profile on Tinder.
Well, yeah, I think you do, but you don't add someone like Facebook. You got to match with them.
Match with them.
Yeah.
What? So you can't go to a nightclub and just give your Tinder account?
I don't think so.
No. What a crappy app.
It's based. You've got to match with him, and it's based on like your location.
But isn't most of Tinder just an effing app anyway?
Yeah, because it's based on
Well, they don't
location.
need
Because
to-
it's going to
they don't need
search a
to
people.
match, do there's like a 10-minute meetup. They don't really care if...
No, matching mean like there's one way you swipe, and it says that if you're interested in them, and then if they swipe that way on you, then it becomes a match, and then you can chat with them.
Oh, so it's not like they're getting what star sign you are and matching your star signs.
No. It's just if you both tick whatever swipe the right way and say that you like each other, then you can start a conversation.
Oh. So ugly people are really in trouble then?
Well, I guess, yes.
Or is that when they put fake pictures up?
I guess, yes.
So what did you do?
I've never used it.
You sure now?
Yes.
I don't know. You seem to know not a lot about it.
Well, because I've got friends that use it.
Oh. Oh, so you use their account.
No, I've
So you
never.
can't put your face up, so you just use their account and
No.
then turn up.
No,
Sure.
I've never used it. Never. But
Not even during COVID when you're allowed to have intimate friends?
no. But yeah, I don't know. Airports just have some consistency, please. Just gets annoying.
Gets annoying.
Like the laptops in bag thing, I think for us, I don't know why little things always bother me. But like if I'm standing in the line to go through the scanny thingy, I like to start getting prepared so that when I get there, I'm not taking up so much time. So in the line, I'll start taking out my laptop, take off my belt, and then you get there and they're like, no, everything stays in the bag. It's like...
Yeah, and the amount of times I've said, no, if I leave everything in the bag, it's going to get said, no, we won't, we've got the latest machines. And it was one of the flights we did, the guy had just finished his shift and I just pointed to it going down the other side and he just shook his head like, you're right. You'd think they'd trust me if I say, every single time I put this through, it gets pulled off, so can I pull this other... No, don't pull it out. Anyway,
that's my gripe.
your gripe.
We're travelling.
Your grape.
Travelling.
Well, it's like this stupid airport in Austin.
What?
They want $7 per trolley.
7?
7.
That's in US dollars.
Yeah, I know.
That's a lot of
So
money.
that's like...
$10.
It's about $10, $11 just to wheel a trolley, right? Because you have to get them because to get to the taxis, you've got to walk through an entire car park, up a lift.
Oh, yeah, that was
Like,
ridiculous.
why would you put them that far? Where's looking after people?
I know.
So why would you put the taxis on the far side of the car park?
Yeah, why not? Why aren't they
So
just out the front?
people who get into their cars get to their cars quicker than you can get to a taxi.
Oh, it's your fault for not having a car.
The hire car part was just as far away too.
It's your fault for not owning a car here.
That's a really bad response. It's a silly response. So silly.
Silly. I'm tired.
Duh.
I'm exhausted. I was really sleep deprived. I'm still trying to catch up.
She went to have a shower, then had another 2 hours sleep.
Oh.
Then she went to have a shower.
I didn't.
You kept on saying having a shower, and then all of a sudden I heard the snoring coming out of the room.
I wasn't snoring.
You said you had your
I
mouth.
had a shower and then you were we were filming your voiceover, so I decided to stay in there to be quiet.
fall
And I was
asleep.
on TikTok and then I think I just started, but I
On
didn't hear you
Tinder?
talking to me. No, I didn't hear you talking because I thought you were doing your voiceover. I didn't know you would have been talking to me. Plus I had my door closed, so I couldn't hear you.
The door wasn't fully clipped closed.
So it was still like closed over.
Yeah, I
And
said,
you're all the way over here.
but I said I finished.
I wasn't listening to you. I was listening to TikTok.
No, you weren't. You were asleep.
I wasn't.
You were asleep because I opened the door and you were asleep. And so you went.
I might have nodded off for a second.
I might have nodded off like you were just resting your eyes in the
I was just watching
gardens the other day.
TikToks and then I must have nodded off.
What were you watching on TikTok?
There's heaps of things about people talking about the hurricane.
It hasn't hit yet.
Yeah, but they're talking about it. Just because it hasn't hit doesn't mean they can't talk about it. Christmas hasn't happened yet, but people talk about that.
I don't.
Well, just because you don't doesn't mean no one else does. You can talk about things before they happen.
But what do you talk about?
Lots of things.
You're stretching it out.
Stretching what out?
Well, you can't talk about the damage it did because you haven't seen it.
Well, it's
You
already
can't-
started to, and they're talking.
Not yet.
Yes, it has. That's what I was watching.
Well, the live cameras on YouTube, it just looked like a windy day.
And there's water starting to come.
There's people, the most whatever point where that buoy is sitting, it's supposed to be most eastern,
which
southern,
buoy?
western, or the one right near the ocean. There's this sort of red big thing there that's marked as the most whatever point.
The most whatever. Is that what
I'm
it
trying to
says?
think
Is that the
Florida,
technical
that's-
term? The most whatever point.
I don't know. It's what? No, it's like when you go to. There's a spot in Australia which is the most southern, the most eastern. Right, you can go to that point, and there's normally something there that says it's a plaque that says it.
A plaque.
So it was there, and then all of a sudden, these three old people run up, and they've got rubber ducky tubes around them, and they're sitting next to it so the waves can come
yet.
over
It
them.
hasn't happened. Stop talking about
No,
it.
because it didn't happen. No, this isn't cyclone, this is pre-cyclone.
Cyclone.
Anyway,
Anyway.
we have the same in Australia whenever something they think is going to happen. I think there's been a couple of rippers where they've set up all these live cameras and everything, and it was like, didn't really happen. And all of a sudden, yeah, all night, friggin' live views have been shut down 2 hours later because nothing happened.
I think this might be a bit different.
Might be. Anyway.
Anyway, we're going to the Comedy Mothership tonight.
Yes.
It should be fun. We're going to see it's Joe Rogan's comedy club here in Austin. We went last year, and so it was an open mic night, open mic nights are always going to be a bit hit and miss.
There's a couple of laughs.
There were a couple of laughs. There was a couple of cringes.
I enjoyed the cringes more.
I don't.
My favourite cringe is when someone got up there and said something political and it just went down like nobody laughed. No,
Down like
it
a
just
fart in a spacesuit.
That's quite funny. That'd be actually really funny if you got a mate and he just farts, but he's wearing a spacesuit. You suffer. You're stuck with that. That's actually really funny. If someone farted in a spacesuit, I was in a spaceship, and someone farted, you've got to live with this. It's not affecting us. Fart away. When someone farts, it's like, let's get out of here.
It's a Gail saying.
A Gale saying.
Of course it is.
Yeah, of course it is.
I've got a mozzie bite. I got attacked by mozzies in Eatonton.
There was no... Oh, in Eatonton.
Yeah.
I was about to say when you slept out in the garden.
Even when we were at the aluminum plant, I kept getting these little bugs kept biting my legs.
The bugguses.
And with the cat. At first, I thought it might have been the cat had fleas or something, and that's what was biting me.
Most likely did, because it lives there. It's infested.
Satisfied my miss for my catos patting a cat.
And it came running up to me like all cats do.
It was running up to everyone. You're not special.
No, it didn't. It didn't run up to a couple of people.
Kept following me around like a little shadow.
Were you feeding it?
I didn't have anything to feed it, and it kept patting it.
Patting
I miss
it?
my cats. Not long to go.
Anyway, by the time this comes out, the 5-day Melbourne will be put up.
It already is up.
Sorry? I thought you only did the flyer to our
Oh, to our
secret people.
I don't know secret people, it's just on our
It's a
newsletter.
Newsletter.
Yeah, but it goes out to them first. If you're on our mailing list, you get first announcement of workshops.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But it's still up there
Yeah, but it's not being advertised.
on social media yet.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Up.
Well,
Anyway, so that's in
February, at the end of February.
So that means I've only got 2 more workshops for this year.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Amazing.
I like them, but I do get a little bit tired sometimes.
Yeah. But it's a lot of talking for you.
So I think that picture, someone took on the Sunday of Bec and I walking up the hill back to the van, and it was you could see how tired we were the way we were walking.
Yes. I'm exhausted.
Huh?
I'm exhausted.
Exhausted.
I am.
And what's the restaurants? So when you have a group booking of people to go to a restaurant, and we have this with our 5 days, so we all go out for dinner so we can socialise and talk with each other, and they put a freaking guy with a guitar who can't sing in a mouth organ, amplify him.
Yeah, right next to us with really loud speakers.
Don't you put music in where people go in to listen to music?
Yeah. No.
And when people go in as a group, they're not going in there to listen to music. They're going in there to talk. And then they put a football team behind us 20 minutes later.
Well, that's kind of out of their control. How are they supposed to know
Because they had empty rooms.
Yeah, but how are they going to know that the group that books a table are loudmouths?
I don't, but you would. I was more mean still in that same room with the guitarist. So everyone who's going in there is in a group who wants to talk, not listen to.
I often just find it a bit weird that people I don't know, I find live music at restaurants weird because I feel like people go out for dinner to talk and socialise.
Yeah.
If you want live music, you go to a live music venue. I've always found it weird. That's just a me personal thing, but yeah, that was way too loud and hurt my ears.
Hurt your ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always found that weird too, the amount of times I've been out with groups of people and you're just like, the live entertainment's coming back on, that means another 20 minutes we can't hear each other.
It's strange. Actually, and speaking of that place, I love that I saw on the website that for groups of 6 or more, a 20% gratuity will be included on your bill. So I was like, cool, I know that, so I don't have to tip. Bill comes out, I sign it. Goes, oh, would you like to leave another tip? No, I would not like to. Here's a tip. Don't play loud live music.
I didn't pay the bill. I would have taken the gratuity off. They were terrible. So we had a vegetarian with us that ordered a vegan with us who ordered a vegan pizza, and it came out with pepperoni on it. Like, you order, he said, yes, we got a vegan pizza. And what was it? There was something else. I can't remember. They start with P, but that's what should have come out on it. But it came out with pepperoni on it. Then Bec and somebody else ordered your hamburgers with cheese. There's no cheese in there. And he said, oh, I can bring out some cheese. Would you like me to take it back and put it under the grill so it melts? Oh, no, can you take it out of the freezer? And give me a pickaxe to eat it. Then there was another guy who was sitting with us. He ended up with a whole thing of salad dressing poured over his back. Because
the waiter tripped. He was carrying salad. I didn't see what happened, but he was carrying a thing of salad, and I guess he tripped or something. And
no, he had a plate and had two things on it.
Yeah.
So instead of lifting the lighter one off first, he's lifted the heavy. Oh. So So as he's lifted up, his whole plate tipped off his hand.
Like I said, I wasn't looking. I forgot to put my eyes in the back of my head that night.
Did you?
Yes.
Can you do it next time?
But yeah, then he ends up, and like, I just saw, like, I heard the crash bang and I saw all the stuff on the floor, and then,
I thought he was going to scrape it up and put it back on the table.
Wouldn't surprise me. But then Chris was like, that's chilly. And I look over and he's covered all his back in ranch dressing. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, that was eventful.
Eventful.
Live music thing's a bit, just push the couch back, why don't you? Going on a little couch ride.
Yes.
Yes.
Taking us on a ride.
Yeah. But anyways, all fine and dandy in the end.
Oh yeah, I think more and more, because so many businesses are run, the owners aren't at the business, so many businesses just run poor because the owner doesn't really see what happens.
Yeah.
And then when you do complain, nobody cares. It was like, even the hotel, we had to get a hotel at the airport because we had like a 5 o'clock flight or some ridiculous time. And I had, firstly, trolley with all the bags on there.
Flat
Tyres. So when I got down next morning, they all had flat tyres. So when I said, why didn't you grab one of the ones that didn't have flat tyres? Said, you don't know they got flat tyres till you load them full. So take that up to my room and my key wouldn't work. So I went downstairs, he re-swiped it again and take it back up to my room again. Still doesn't work. Go downstairs, see him again, he goes, I'll get maintenance. I'm just waiting downstairs and all of a sudden, it sounds like your door's broken. So you have to go bring all the stuff downstairs to a different room, gives me 2 keys, go up to the thing, and it doesn't work again. And I went back to him, he said, you sure you're not doing anything to the keys? And I said, you just told me maintenance went up there and said the door's broken. Then your toilet, so in Bec's room, the toilet was just continually flushing. And because I'm a bit of a handyman, I just sort of lift the lid off and there's nothing obvious that's why this is flushing. I jiggled the little bits I'd normally jiggled it. So then they got maintenance to come up. And I saw her put her whole hand into the water and did something. She said, it's all fixed now.
And then I went to flush it and it started running again.
So I ran all night.
Yes.
Oh no, I told you. Remember it started running in, so I lifted the lid and then saw what she did. It's like this big rubber thing where every time it flushes, it gets stuck up and won't go down. You got to literally... So she knew this was the case. So this room should never be rented out until they've fixed it.
Yup.
We sound like whingers, aren't we?
We always do. But they should be better.
Is that because I get old? Yeah, they should be. When they charge what they charge, they should be better than that.
They should be.
But I did enjoy giving them a nice review.
Did you? What did you?
Just gave them a nice review. Wasn't as harsh as other reviews. They got 2 stars.
You and your reviews.
Well.
Wow.
Well.
Oh, sorry, I'm stretching. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to yawn. I don't mean to be rude. Sleepy little girl.
We picked the wrong day to do a podcast.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. You've been sleeping all day.
I haven't.
You crawled out at about 11? Or was it 12?
That's not all day.
But then you went back to sleep again.
I wasn't sleeping.
All right, you're back on your bed with your eyes closed and your mouth open. I'm going to photograph it next time so I got everything.
You were doing your voiceover and I didn't want to disturb you.
That only took like 15 minutes.
You said it takes ages.
Well, I did a lot before. Remember you came out and said, have you done it? No, I said, no, edit all up, ready to start. I spent about 2 hours on that, but I only had to record the 15 minutes. Anyways.
Why is Uber notifying me? We're not in an Uber. Shouldn't be getting...
Maybe they're seeing if we need an Uber for tonight. We might have hacked into our phone system.
That's weird.
That's weird?
Well, I'm excited for good tacos tonight. I'll go to the Smoke and Rose taco joint. Get my queso.
Oh, the pub?
Yes.
Don't make it out to be a fancy place.
I wasn't. I just said the taco place and then said the name of it. That's what it's called. The taco truck is called that.
Oh, the taco, but we're not in that place. We're in the pub.
No, that's the name of the taco truck. It's called the Smoke and Rose taco. It's a taco truck. It's at the back of the bar. That's what it's called.
Yeah, I was just getting confused with calling it like it was the restaurant. That's all right.
But that's what the name of the truck's called.
Yeah, but the bar's there and he's allowed to park his truck in the grounds of the bar.
Yeah, but that's what the truck's called.
I don't know.
I know.
You sure it's still there?
Yes.
Have you already looked it up on the internet?
Yes.
Of course you do.
Well, of course I had to. I have to check these things. I'm not just going to blindly go there.
I wonder if they do that. I hate places that do like they did last time. I had that really good chicken. And it was a special for that night only. You can never have it again.
They might have it on other nights.
Not when we're here, they don't.
So that sounds like a
Can
you
you
problem.
check what nights they're on, and then we can design our workshops to come here on those nights?
They don't release online what night they have their specials. Otherwise, oh, don't worry, I've already looked it up for you to have your precious chicken wings. And I can't find it anywhere.
You can't find it anywhere. That's all right.
Your precious.
That means stirrings.
Stirrings.
At least that now that we're away from the Eatons, I don't have to have carbs.
Yes.
It's very hard not to have carbs in Eatons.
Yes. Although we found you've actually been really good. You've been snacking on your chicharrones, which has 0 carbs.
Yes.
Could you go fixing your belly again after your food poisoning?
And I'm on my special Mexican sparkling water.
That's not got southern in it? Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Doesn't beer have carbs in it?
Yeah.
So how come that doesn't affect you?
I don't know. It's beer.
It's weird. Does wine?
No, I think as long as it's dry, it'll be low carb, low sugar.
Doesn't say.
I don't think wine has any carbs in it. I think it has sugar.
There you go.
And whiskey. There you go. Whiskey and most of them, like vodka, whiskey and all of them, don't have carbs. Maybe you should just eat that only.
I don't think that's very good for you.
Oh, she's yawning again.
Sorry, I don't mean to
Don't you
be
hate that
rude.
thing when someone yawns and you just yawn afterwards?
Yeah, it's because apparently it's contagious.
Now everybody listening to this is now yawning thanks to
why.
you.
Why is yawning contagious?
I don't know, but I was listening to a program. I was listening to a podcast on sleep, and they couldn't find a medical or scientific reason behind the yawning. They thought there was different things that because they looked at different things like to fall asleep you need to lower your body temperature by a degree.
Did you say to fall to sleep?
To fall asleep. To fall asleep. I didn't put a D on the end of it.
It sounded like you said to fall to sleep.
Fall to sleep. No, it's a tongue twister. I couldn't say that.
Yeah, to fall asleep you have to lower your heart rate or...
No, they thought you yawned to breathe in colder air, which is going to start to cool you. So I looked at all these different... They tried to find a scientific reason behind a yawn, and they couldn't find anything that actually they could test to make sure.
Interesting. I think part of the reason of me being tired as well is that I haven't had caffeine today because I've only got stewed coffee here.
Oh, so the first day in
Of the
workshop, for some stupid reason, she decided to drink 5 large cups of coffee. And I've never seen... And her hand, she's twitching, she couldn't sit still.
I don't think I was paying attention to how many times I'd filled it up. I just kept going over and filling up my coffee, and then all of a sudden I was twitching and running around like the Energizer Bunny on crack, and my heart was having palpitations. It felt like my insides were vibrating. And then I was like, oh my God, I think maybe I drank too much coffee. I think I actually drank about 5 cups of that. Oh my God, I didn't really pay attention to what I was doing. What can I do? I'm going to go over here. Oh, does anyone need anything? Can I help with anything? No, I'm just going to go over here now. I was, in a way, that was very scary.
The next day it was the opposite.
No, the next day I was like, I am not touching caffeine today. I'm staying
and then
away
by the
from
end of the
caffeine.
day you were snoring on the couch again.
I was talking to a few of the participants and they were like, maybe tomorrow we'll find a happy medium.
Yeah. Maybe have 1 cup, like you normally do.
Yeah, but I haven't had any here because I don't know. I'm not really a fan of the filtered coffee, even though I drink
you don't
5
like
cups.
stewed coffee?
No, even though I drink 5 cups.
Yeah, I'm still not working out how that happens at all.
I don't know.
I had 1 cup somewhere. I can't remember where. It was actually a nice coffee.
Ashley.
I said Ashley. But I can't remember what it is. But I already
Toronto, where they had a pod machine?
No, that was still pretty horrible. No, there's a coffee, and it was just not a latte. It was more like flat white, but it tasted nearly like what we do at the studio.
Oh.
I can't remember where it was. It was actually very nice. I was so surprised as I took a sip and go, oh, I'll actually drink this one. I know we're coffee snobs. We can't help it. We try to explain it to the people at the workshop that
Melbourne coffee snobs.
in Melbourne, if you can't make decent coffee, your cafe is out of... like you see 10 cafes with a single person in it, and there's a tiny little cafe that's got a queue a mile long down the street.
So we are very particular with it.
Well, even in the little Mount Dandenong shops, there's only like maybe 10 shops. 1, 2, 3 of them who do coffee. So in 10 shops, we've got 3 that are doing coffee, and they're all still in business. So I haven't tried their coffees, but they must be good because we had a lot of the bike riders that ride up now. Quite often when they get up on their morning rides, they'll be having a coffee, and you see them all grouped in on different shops. So maybe they all make a good coffee that's different. I don't know.
Why don't you try it? Support your local businesses.
So I like my coffee I make at home, thank you.
Well, you should support local businesses.
I do.
You're always telling me to do that.
I buy most of my, all my fruit and veg.
Well, why don't you buy their coffees?
Why?
Well, just one time to try it.
That's all right. So next time you come up on your way up, just before you get to my house, you can go in there and get us some coffee so I don't have to make it.
Okay.
No, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Well, then don't tell me to.
One of the things I was really like to see at the workshop last year in Eatonton, we had a model on the last day, and she was pretty, very tall, very skinny, and so timid. Even the way she walked in was hunched over shoulders and sort of very...
She was terrified.
Yeah, well, she was terrified. And she did the workshop this year as a model of models, just so different. Like a completely different person. She walked in, strong, proud. The problem is I can't see how... and this makes it hard for both photographers and models. There's no fashion industry in Eatonton or even Atlanta, which is close. So she pretty much is going to have to, if she wants to get into it, she's going to have to pack herself up and head over to New York or something. But I reckon she'd make it if she did. What are you doing?
I'm going to try this cheese on the camera.
Oh, no, don't put cheese on the camera. That's what they do in porn movies.
I thought it could be funny, Bec trying things.
You trying things. Well, you should show them your other thing that you tried.
My Lunchables.
Your Lunchables.
No, thank you.
Bec loves buying what 6-year-old people would take to school to eat.
Well, it's because I kind of have the taste buds of a 6-year-old. So this might end up a bit messy. Maybe I should open it over there. It's got like liquid in it. I'm trying some...
That looks like the pods that we put into the washing machine.
I'm trying some little mozzarellas. I think but you see, it's got like water in it. So I should open it over at the sink. I don't want...
No, if you just keep it flat, you could open it here. The water's going to sit at the bottom.
Okay.
I'll just open it over your head. No. Why not? I should have you opening things that's funnier.
It's funnier.
Yes. Yeah, what's with the facial expressions?
I'm trying to be careful. What was that?
Sylvia.
She's back in Eatonton.
Yeah, we got with the house that we went into for this editorial shoot we did. Said it's a known haunted house, but she's supposed to be seen during the day too.
Apparently she's a nice ghost. Apparently she was betrothed to someone and she didn't want to get married to him, and so
she killed herself.
No, that's where I thought where the story was going. But she was like running away, and she wanted to like. They thought she was going to jump out the window, but then they think she might have hit her head, but they never found her body. Something like that. Anyway.
So that story didn't quite make sense. So
That's not bad.
Just looks like mozzarella.
Yeah, it tastes like just mozzarella.
Does the label say mozzarella?
Yeah.
That might be why.
Can try some? Try some cheese.
How many carbs has it got?
I don't know, it's cheese.
I'm stirring you. Yeah, it's a smiley face like you. So it would be a bit obvious what happened. She didn't want to marry who she was told she had to marry. They found the window open. She's run away. They've never found her again. How do they know she bumped her head?
I don't know.
So why'd you add that to the story?
Well, I found it weird that it was in there. Like, how's that in the story if they ever found her body? How do they know she bumped her head? It was a really weird detail.
Unless there was blood on there where they think she hit her head.
I don't know.
Then I would say she got abducted.
I don't know. Just repeating what I read.
Repeatings.
What did you think of the mozza?
Yeah, it's all right. It was a little bit bland.
Well, it's just mozza.
Yeah, but mozza's normally got a little bit of taste. That was more like eating textured water. I really didn't taste the cheese in there. But that would suit you because you don't like flavours.
I do like flavours.
You don't. Anything with flavour? No.
I do.
You do.
My ramen had so many flavours last night.
And you kept on adding more and more chilli till you added too much.
No, I didn't add too much. It was just...
Towards the end you were...
because towards the end I was just having the broth, whereas before with all the other shit going on in there, all the noodles and stuff. It was really good ramen.
We're back on food again. We should make this a food channel. All we tend to talk about is food.
Well, we like our food. We can't help it.
I didn't think much of mine.
Oh, yeah, you had your Brussels.
Like, I love Brussels sprouts, but the soy sauce over the top of them was a bit too much.
And your karage.
My which?
Karage.
Karage.
Japanese fried chicken.
Yes, it was weird.
If Jared and I get a dog, he said that he wants to get like a little black Pomeranian and the like Spitz thingy. And I think he wanted to call it Kage, which is Japanese for shadow, but I cooked it one day and said, what do you want to call your dog again? Karage, which means fried chicken.
Fried chicken. Good name for a dog.
He's like, I'm not calling it that anymore. He's like, he was going to call the dog fried chicken all the time.
Well, I spoke to my daughter yesterday and I mentioned about the Franklin's little baby suits.
Yeah.
And without thinking, I said to Nikki, I was thinking about getting it for chlamydia, but she goes, stop calling my kid that. It's easier to pronounce than the name she came up with.
Peter's granddaughter's name is Kalila, but...
With 17 L's and 1 Z. The spelling of it, come on, this poor kid's, for the rest of her life, there's people are going to try and say her name, she's going to have to tell everybody the pronunciation, and they're going to say, what are all these letters for? Why do people do that?
I don't know.
Well, it's the same with Elon Musk. How were you going to ever pronounce that name? Or do you just say each symbol and letter? So he had numbers in the name, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, well, see, they said that's
ridiculous.
impossible because it would mean he'd never have a birth certificate, he'd never have a passport, never have a driver's license because none of their systems would allow a number to be put there.
I can't remember if we spoke about this in a podcast. I know think we spoke about it personally, I can't remember if we did, but I got really happy when Justin and Hailey Bieber had their kid recently and they called him Jack.
How did they spell it though?
Jack.
Why put the C in there? It's a wasted letter. Just J-A-K.
No, because it's
Jack. It's still Jack.
No, but... No.
Yes.
No,
Isn't that easier?
No,
it's one less keystroke. If you count up all the times that you write or type your name in your life, and you can take off that one keystroke.
I wonder what I'll do with all of the spare time I have.
I mean, you'd just sleep, so I know what you would do. But people like me, I might be able to get another couple of edits done. I'd get a lot of edits done if I...
I got very happy that they gave him a nice, normal, regular name.
You know, I'm trying to... Joda, that's be a good name.
What?
Joda. It's only 4 keystrokes, and a space, so it's 5 keystrokes.
What?
So 5 keystrokes only ends up me typing Peter. So then I still have to put my surname. So the time I'd save in my entire life, if I could just bottle all of that up. Because I'm slow typing too, it's even a...
Well, you hire me to do all the typing for you.
Well, that doesn't work, you're asleep.
Oh, no. Not all the time.
Enough of the time.
I got up this morning and you were still asleep. So I went back to bed.
Did you come and perv in my room again?
No, you weren't out here and your laptop was closed and your door
when
was shut.
When we're in Eatington, Becca's gone down to reception and asked, can you give me the key to my boss's room?
Because you went to sleep and I thought I left my bottle opener in there.
And you hadn't left it in there anyway, but you still... Beck was videoing the receptionist trying to open the bottle of...
Don't say that. I don't know if it's legal here.
What?
I don't know if you're allowed to film people without them knowing. I was trying to be sneaky about it.
I'm not sharing it with anyone.
No, I know.
I shared it with me. Right. So Beck didn't secretly film the receptionist trying to open...
Just leave that part out of it. She was trying to open... I asked her because she wouldn't give me a key to get into Peter's room so I could get...
with pliers.
With a screwdriver.
Trying
to get the cork out because she couldn't find the corkscrew for me to open my wine. So she was trying everything possible. But then she ended up finding the screwdriver. Not screwdriver, the corkscrew.
You know, she came up to your room.
She used the screwdriver at one point. And then she found the corkscrew. Turns out I had it in my bag the whole time. Well, my one was in my bag the whole time.
Was it next to your phone? I think everybody who was at the workshop thinks that you just lose everything.
I do. That's why my keychain is like it is back home.
We're all in our little special bus ready to go, and Beck starts screaming out, I can't find my phone, and she's running around everywhere trying to find it. So I've got on my phone Find My, which Beck's phone's sitting on there, just so I can find where she is at 3 o'clock in the morning in New York. Oh, she's at Ray's Pizza again. That
literally happened one time and you didn't have me on Find My. Would I ever live this down that I went out to get pizza at 2? It's not like it's like a common thing that I've done multiple times.
It was really funny that they dobbed you in front of you and you just had this look on your face. Oops. So anyway, so I jump out of the van and start tracking to Find My. It leads me back to the van, back to her handbag. And here it is hanging out of the handbag.
It's not my handbag, it's my laptop bag, and it was in one of the pockets on the side and I never put my phone in there.
You obviously did, because that's where it was.
Yeah, but I never do, and that's why I didn't think to look there, and that's why I couldn't find it, because I didn't think it would be there because I never put it there.
So then she gets into the car and...
I'd left my handbag back in the studio when I was looking for my phone.
And then going from the hotel to get to the airport, to the hotel at the airport, we'd driven just up to the shops and all of a sudden you can't find your handbag again.
No, it wasn't even that I couldn't find it. It was that the air tag that I have in my YSL popped off saying that the bag was left behind, and left behind when we were packing everything. Thankfully, Chris went back in to get some ice for his drink and he...
Did he see it, did he?
Yeah.
So where was it?
He said it was in the lobby.
That's weird.
And
I can't remember. So maybe it was when we were having those beautiful discussions with the receptionist who would employ someone for 3 days and then leave them in charge of the entire... How many room place is that, do you reckon? 100 room? Whatevs. What? At least 100 rooms. So this poor lady's only ever worked 3 days. She's receptionist. There's nobody else there except the cleaners. And there's 100 rooms. And we couldn't check out 1 hour later because they were fully booked on a Monday night. But she's there on her own. So they've let someone who's only ever worked for 3 days to look after 100 check-ins.
Good luck with that.
I think when we called it, I think she just changed the subject. But who would do that though? You'd think the first at least week to 2 weeks you'd have an assistant with you showing you the ropes.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Yes. Who would give an estimate and then at the end of it add taxes onto it? Like, don't...
No, we've got to tell the story properly. So because with all our workshops now, we need to have an estimate of the pricing so we know how to price it properly. And because we're including accommodation in the workshop, we needed to know how much to allow for that. So Bec asked them for an estimate. They came down with an estimate and there's a figure. But there's 3 pages of fine print and...
I don't have time to read fine print.
Yeah, but sorry, when you ask for an estimate, it means this: how much is it going to cost? And then 4 or 5 clauses down in it goes, oh, there's also going to be a 16% tax plus $5 a night per person, which worked out to nearly about 20%, or around about that. Wouldn't you just put, there's your estimate plus 20%? Well, just put the estimate including it. In Australia, I don't think you can do that in Australia legally. If you're selling from one company to another company and someone asks the price, you're allowed to say $10 plus GST, which is our goods and service tax. But in selling to someone in public, it has to be on it. It can't say plus. The price has to include it. I just found it very bad business, actually.
Yeah, I found it to be extremely...
And we wanted to pay our bill at check-in. So we want to actually pay all the rooms that we'd booked at check-in. Because then any of the fees that come up would have been billed to the people because we weren't paying for any fees that they had.
Like any extras?
Extras to the room. Oh, no, and that's a bit last year. It was a disaster. It took us over a month to get the bill sorted out after we'd checked out. No, it's all fine. Get down to reception. Here's a bill for one person's room. It wasn't even ours. And then we'll find out somebody else has stayed an extra night and they've billed us for it.
All a nightmare.
Bad business.
Yeah.
It's not just America. We get the same crap happening in Australia with businesses.
Look at us whinging again.
Gee, we're sooks.
I know.
Maybe we should sleep more.
I'm not allowed to. You just tell me off.
I haven't told you off.
Have you
I just
brought it up like
commented.
500 times this podcast?
Well, it's the only thing you've done today, so I thought
You
this
just
was
sleep.
the only...
You just sleep. You just sleep all the time. You just sleep. Yeah, you're just going to sleep.
Oh, you're in that mood again.
What? Just imitating you, constantly bringing up me sleeping.
Right, I won't talk about you sleeping anymore.
Thank you.
I won't bring it up once.
Yes, you will. I know you will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
I promise I won't.
I know you will. I know you too well. Can't help yourself.
In this podcast?
In general.
No, I said in this podcast.
You didn't.
How long we got left?
Oh, it's been an hour.
So it's the end of the podcast. See, I didn't bring it up. Not once.
Are you going to do the stand-up tonight?
If you'd let me, I would. I'd embarrass you so bad.
You wouldn't do it.
Would.
You would not do it.
Are you going to do a double dare then?
No, it's not an open mic night.
So Mike's not going to be there.
Who's Mike?
It's very open.
Oh my God.
So I've already started for you.
It's embarrassing. I'll just pretend I don't know you.
Oh, don't worry.
I do that in public sometimes when you start being weird. I just pretend I don't know you. Make you look like a weird, crazy person.
I don't care. I don't mind that. You still get uncomfortable though.
No, not if I pretend I don't know you, I'm kind of fine. Where were we? I was with someone.
What about at Franklin's when I just walked up to right hard against the door? You even started taking photos of me, and I was being
that
weird.
wasn't cringy. That was silly, and I was taking photos of you because it was funny. I think we were somewhere in Europe, and you started being weird, and me and Tess just like pretended we didn't know you. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Because it wouldn't work if I knew you were doing that.
What wouldn't work?
You pretending you didn't know me because I'd make sure everyone knew that you did know me.
Well, that's why I didn't.
So I'd get you to say, you'd end up saying, Peter, stop it. Mm-hmm. And then they'd go, oh, you must know him. How do you know his name?
No, me and Tess pretended we didn't know you. And it was funny.
Like you just do mature noises tonight. Mm-mm. People would laugh.
No, they wouldn't. People are there to listen to other people be
No, before the others start.
No.
If we're just in our booth and I just start the talk.
No.
You're getting worried now, aren't you?
No, it's just disruptive to the general public who are just trying to have a nice evening out and have some laughs with their friends.
We were telling people, I was telling somebody about the things I get up. He was pissing himself laughing, so it was really funny.
Oh, yeah, because he doesn't have to deal with it. So annoying. So it needs to be a menace to society.
Oh, we've left out something.
What?
So the picture that's going to our cover shot, well, they don't know the story.
What cover shot is it?
The one that Jess photographed.
Oh, the blowjobs.
Yeah, Bec asked me do I want a blowjob? I'm not joking. She said, do you want a blowjob? Didn't give me any context. I didn't know what she was talking about.
It was the name of a shot at this restaurant that we went to.
And someone tried to sort of joke to the server, whatever called, lady who takes your orders.
Server? Host? Waitress?
Waitress. And she sort of looks at, how many times a day do you think someone says this to me?
It was very tasty. It was Kahlua, Baileys, and then whipped cream on top. It was very questionable. And she said that the way you've got to drink it is you've got to put your hands behind your back and put your mouth over the shot glass and then tip your head back. Well, I did not do that. Peter did.
But it wouldn't come out. Tried everything and just was stuck in. And then you've got another. What was your other drink? Oh, it was just a breeze, wasn't it? So
it wasn't. No, it was just a blowjob that was funny.
Yes. Although that food, some of it was really nice and some was a bit weird.
Yeah.
But that was a cool place. That place there, who were talking about food again?
We're the Swedish chef.
That place there would make a killing in Australia. Just the decor and all the different foods, they'd do really well in Australia. But yeah, it was quite...
Novel. Anyways, we're talking about food again.
No, well, I have to bring that up because that's going to be our...
Yes, I know.
So there's a reason why I brought it up.
I forgot that was going to be our cover photo. But anyways, that's the story behind that. And we will see you guys next week when we're in LA. And I'll try not go to sleep for the rest of the afternoon.
So you had to bring up sleep again, didn't you? I held it so I could control myself, but no, you couldn't control yourself. You just had to bring sleep up again.
Bye, guys.